Hello everyone and welcome back to a Trove video. Today I'm going to try to briefly explain how to obtain every single dragon in the game except for the Ascension ones, because essentially all the Ascension dragons are is just going to the Dragon Crucible and pretty much crafting them. So with that being said, let's get on with the video. So first up we have what I still call the Refer a Friend Dragon. Now, originally, to obtain this dragon, you would have to refer 30 people and have them reach 20 mastery in game. But now what you have to do is you have to actually buy one of the packs with the real money, and the dragon should be right about right here, and you should be able to claim it once you do that. The next dragon that we have is Indurion, and Indurion is gotten very rarely from the Shadow Cache. Very rarely you can get the fragments. I believe you need 50. And once you have 50 fragments, you go on over to the Dragon Crucible and you can actually craft them. The next dragon is the Divinity Dragon, and unfortunately this dragon is time gated, and the way you get this dragon is by collecting 50 Despoiled Divinity, which you can only get 3 a week if you do Ultra, which most people don't do Ultra, they can only do Hard, so that's 2. And that's approximately 17 weeks, I believe, which is approximately 4 months. So yeah, you need 50 of these, and basically you have to wait 4 months to actually obtain the dragon. And then once you have the 50 fragments, you have to go to the Dragon Crucible and actually craft it. Next we have is Rom 10, and the only way to get this dragon is by completing Rampage challenges, and once you complete the challenge, you will be awarded some Lesser Neon Cash. And when you open those Lesser Neon Cash, you will have a chance to get a fragment for this dragon. I think it's the Imperium fragment. And once you have 100 of them, you can actually go to the mount section and you can craft it. Keep in mind that this one is 400 coins along with the other one. So yeah, these are slightly more expensive, and it is more expensive in terms of how you craft it in general, like 50 sentient shards. So yeah, these dragons will be very hard to get, and it will take you a long time. The next dragon is the Resistor Dragon, and just like the Imperium Dragon, you have to complete Rampage challenges and open the Lesser Cache and hope that you get the Resistor fragments. And once you get the fragments, you need 100 of them, just like the Imperium Dragon. Once you get 100 of them, you come over to either the Dragon Crucible or this bench and you can craft it. The crafting recipes don't actually change, which is nice. So yeah, that's how you obtain this dragon. The next dragon that we have is the Twin Plague Dragon, and fortunately this dragon is easily accessible by everyone, and it is one of the coolest dragons in the game. So the way you're going to get this dragon is by spending 300 Bomber Royale tokens, and the way you get that is by winning Bomber Royale matches. The most you can get in one match is 4 coins, and that is if you get first kill, but if you get first place, you're going to get 3. And then 2 and 1 depending on the place that you get, silver and bronze. So that's how you obtain this dragon. The next dragon is the Bee Dragon, which unfortunately I do not own, and that dragon is gotten by killing bee enemies. The fragments are anyway. Now, the devs did say, I think they said anyway, that you can get the fragments out of the mosquito enemies and all that. Basically, any single enemy that looks like a bee, I guess you can end up having a chance to get the fragments from. And once you get 100 fragments, which is going to take you a very long time, I only have 19, you go to the Dragon Crucible and you just craft it like any normal dragon. So all the dragons that I'm about to show you can actually be gotten with the dragon effigy, which unfortunately you cannot pick what dragon you get out of it, but you do have a chance to get this dragon along with the other dragons that I'm going to show. So the way that you get Fortress is by opening a Trove of Wonder, which the Trove of Wonder boats are located in the Elemental Water Worlds, Uber 3 and up, I believe. And they will be the golden ships, and you buy the Trove of Wonder itself for a stack of Flux, and you have a very rare chance to actually get this. There's not much to say about Albaron because he's basically gotten the exact same way as Fortress. The next dragon we have is the Lunar Dragon, and the way that you obtain this dragon is by buying the Dormant Lunar Egg and going to the Dragon Crucible and crafting it. Yorin is gotten the same exact way, except you buy the Dormant Dusk Dragon egg instead of the Dormant Lunar one. And lastly, we have the Thunderbolt Dragon, which is gotten the exact same way as the last two, except you buy the Dormant Siege Dragon egg. The next dragon is the Everdark Dragon, and the way that you obtain this dragon is by very rarely getting the dormant egg or shadow cache and then taking that egg to the dragon crucible and crafting the dragon. So the next dragon we have is the Pinata Dragon, and the way that you obtain this dragon is by very rarely getting the dormant egg by smashing pinatas. Now, certain pinatas can't drop the egg. I don't know which ones can't. I think the mastery one and the celebratory ones can't. I don't know if the crystal pinata can't, but the other pinatas, like the party animals, the autumn pinata, those pinatas should be able to drop the dragon. And once you have the dragon, you go to the dragon crucible and you just craft it like any other dragon. The next dragon is the Pirate Dragon, and the way that you obtain this dragon is by going to the water elemental world, Uber 3 through 9. And you go to the Treasure Isles biome, the one that has the icon, like the ship wheel. And you have to find an island. It's a very rare spawn. It took me a while to actually find the dragon to get footage. But once you find the dragon, you kill it. And one thing to note is that you do get more fragment space on the Uber. So I believe in Uber 3 you get 1, and in Uber 9 you get 5. And you only need 50 fragments. So once you get 50 fragments, you come back to the Dragon Crucible, and then you just craft it like any other dragon. The next dragon that we have is Ludini, or the Lego Dragon, whatever you want to call it. Now, this dragon is actually really weird because the way that you obtain this dragon is by adventuring, and when you adventure, you actually have a very rare chance to find an adventure box. And there are multiple of them, like Panda Adventure Box, Sushi Adventure Boxes, you know, that kind of stuff. And very rarely out of those boxes, you'll be able to get a dormant Lego Dragon Egg or Block Dragon Egg, whatever it's called. And the reason why this dragon is so weird is because you actually need 5 of the eggs to actually get. But the good thing is you can actually buy the egg. Like it should be cheap. Yeah, it's only 135k. I mean, it's not that cheap compared to this where you only need 1. But yeah, just buy 5 of these eggs and you should be good to go. It's really worth it. It also gives 100 magic find. So if you do have patron, that's 200. So that's really good. The next dragon is the Candy or Chocolate Dragon, whatever you want to call it. And the way that you obtain this dragon is by going into Candoria and searching around until you find a giant version of this dragon and killing it. Like the Pirate Dragon, the higher the Uber you are in, the more fragments you get. Now, there's actually an orange gumdrop, I believe it's orange, that you can find that guarantees you a dragon spawn. It's actually a cool dungeon, but yeah, like I said, I couldn't find it, so that's unfortunate. The next dragon is the Jack-o'-lantern, and the way that you obtain this dragon is by coming to the hub and going into this building and going to this crafting bench and crafting the Jack-o'-lantern egg. You will need a lot of pumpkins, but thankfully you can grow crops when you know, no matter what season it is. So you do need 4,000, which is, you know, gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of flux. But once you have the dragon, you just come down to the Dragon Crucible and you just craft the dragon just like any other dragon. And here is the crafting requirements, unless you, like, in case you want to see it. For some reason it costs 6 more pumpkins just to craft it. I don't know why, that's weird. So the next dragon that we have is a Nora, and this is actually a pretty pricey dragon because you do need to get a lot of fragments of wonder. I believe you need 5,000. I'll insert a clip to, you know, to actually show you because I forgot the price. But yeah, you basically craft the dormant egg with fragments of wonder, and then you come on over to the bench and then you just craft it, which is right here. And here's the crafting price. Not that expensive to actually craft it, but it is very expensive to get the actual egg. The next dragon that we have is the Deep Sea Dragon, and this dragon is gotten from the water elemental world. And the location of this dragon was kind of odd for me at first, but basically you have to go to the biome that has no icon, the water biome. So it's basically the Treasure Isles biome without the ship steering wheel. And the other thing about this dragon is you will occasionally see these purple biomes on the map. And what that purple biome is a guaranteed spawn of the dragon. It's basically the orange gumdrop of this dragon. And if you go under the water in that biome, you will find a little structure which has a purple portal, which will teleport you to this dragon. So it is a nice guaranteed spawn, assuming that no one has actually been there. So the next dragon that we have, unfortunately, you can't actually obtain it anymore. You can obtain it through an effigy, but the actual way of obtaining the dragon is no longer here because you need the Pinata event, which normally will have a Pinata NPC here, and you can trade in Pinata coins to actually get the egg. I don't remember how many Pinata coins you need, but the way that you obtained the Pinata coins from the event was killing Pinata invaders. The next dragon that we have is the Christmas Dragon, and unfortunately, unlike the Halloween Dragon, you can't actually obtain this dragon anymore this year, or until Snowfest actually, because you do need Sub-Zero Snowflakes, which is only gotten during Snowfest. The chestnuts you can still get, so if you want to get all these items and wait for the next Snowfest, which isn't that long from the time that I'm recording this video, then you can do that. But just keep in mind that this dragon is not possible to get right now legitly, but you can get it through an effigy. The next dragon is the Mech Dragon, which is gotten through killing neon enemies in the neon biome. I am not sure if killing neon spiders has a chance to give you the spider fragments also, or if it's just the neon fragments. But once you get the neon fragments, I believe you need 100 of them, which these dragons that you have to kill enemies for are one of the worst dragons in the game. But once you get the fragments, you come over to the crucible and just craft it like any other dragon. The next dragon is Bismuth, and the way that you obtain this dragon's fragments is by mining Infinium. You can only mine Infinium, other ores do not work, so this dragon can be very hard to get, and you do need 100 fragments, which also adds to the challenge. The next dragon is the Spider Dragon, and similar to the Neon Dragon, you have to kill spiders instead of neon enemies to actually get the fragments for these, or for this dragon I mean. It is 100 fragments, so like I said, these dragons are very hard to get. The next dragon is the Floral Dragon, and this dragon is a little bit easier to get. The way that you obtain this dragon is by going into Peaceful Hills and running over the sunlight bulbs, and you do need another 100 fragments. So it is another one of those tedious to get dragons. The next dragon is the Jurassic Dragon, and in my opinion, this is the easiest enemy dragon to actually get, because there are a lot of Jurassic enemies in the Jurassic biome, and I'm pretty sure every single enemy counts. I think there's only one enemy type that doesn't count, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. So you do need another 100 fragments to get this. But like I said, it's a little bit more on the easier side in terms of enemies kill dragons to get. The next dragon is the Wintegra Dragon, and the way that you get this dragon is by mining glacial shards. This dragon in particular didn't take me that long to get, but you only needed 5 fragments to get back then. You need 100 now, but it is more common to get the fragments. I haven't farmed it since, so I don't know what the drop rate is. You do need another 100 fragments, but yeah, it is gotten from glacial shards. The next dragon is the Bubble Dragon, and the way that you obtain this dragon's fragments is by fishing. Now, I don't know if you have to fish in water or if the other liquids can give it to you, but just to be on the safe side, I would recommend that you fish in water. And the difficult thing about this dragon is not necessarily the fragments, but you do need 1,800 jumping jadefin, which you can buy these on the market. You can buy them on the, well, not the market, but you can get them in trade chat from other players, but you cannot actually buy them on the market. So if you do want it, if you do want to actually buy the jadefins, I don't think they go for that much. They might, I don't know. But yeah, that's how you get this dragon. So the next dragon that we have here is possibly one of the hardest dragons, if not the hardest dragons to obtain in the game. Most people actually used a golden effigy on this, and the way that they did this was by obtaining every single other dragon before using an effigy to guarantee them this dragon. But what you do is you have to kill elite enemies in Shadow Tower. Apparently it's bugged, and people have killed like Caterpillar's normal adventuring and it still gives it to them. So I don't know if the devs changed it so normal elites outside of Shadow Towers can give you the fragment, but I'm pretty sure only normal like Shadow Tower elites can give you the fragment. So the next dragon that we have is Orem, and this dragon is weird because technically you can't obtain it anymore, but you can because of an exploit. So what happened with this dragon was originally it was a daily token dragon, and obviously they don't do these anymore, you can't buy the boon. And Luxian actually sold the fragments, and that was the only way to get the fragments. But those fragments were tradable, and they weren't supposed to be, and you know, Luxian no longer sells them. You do only need, where is he? You only need 5 fragments for the thing. But if you go and search up Lore Keeper, you can actually buy the 5 fragments for about 150k. I don't know if this is on console. I do know this is on PC. So 150k for a dragon, essentially. I don't know. That's not that bad. But yeah, that's how you obtain the dragon. The next dragon is Blocktron, and this is one of the more difficult dragons to get because for one, I think you need a level 3 merchant to actually get it. And the fragments themselves are 12k each, so that's a lot. Like, that's, I don't know, many people won't actually go for that. A lot of people did effigy it, but you can do good quests to get the dragon. The ones that I did were the gem fragments, or not gem fragments, but the gem box quests, which are a purple rarity. You can go to the hub and go to the portal tower and keep on, I guess, portal hopping to see if they have any good NPCs. I would recommend a club that has a Gonda NPC and a gem NPC, but obviously those are kind of rare to find. So yeah, that's how you obtain this dragon. The next dragon is Zendry, and there's nothing really for me to add on to this since it's basically the exact same thing as a Blocktron. Everything applies that I said about Blocktron to this dragon. So the next dragon is the Corgi Dragon, and this dragon's actually easy to obtain because all you do is you go to the Dragon Crucible and you craft the Valiant Dragon Egg, and then you just craft the actual dragon. It is expensive. You need 3 Corgi Talismans and Steed Feed. Mainly the Steed Feed is what's expensive on the Shapestone. So yeah, basic resources, but you just need a lot of them. So the next dragon is Fulgurus, and the way that you obtain this dragon is similarly to the Corgi Dragon. You gotta craft the Dormant Lightning Dragon Egg, which this dragon is special because to craft its egg you need the Plasmic solution, which is gotten through gardening. You need 10,000 of it, so yeah, that's a lot. But it's special because this Plasmic solution, this isn't really used anywhere else. Like, I don't think any other crafting recipe in the game requires Plasmic solution, so just throwing that in there, it's just one of those little things. The next dragon is Caries, or the Cloud Dragon. In my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions, this is actually the easiest dragon to get in the game. And the way that you obtain this dragon is by going to the Cloud world, which is the Uber 5 world. I'll show you really quick. Let me take the portal, take it again. And it's just the Radiant Ruins world. You can, I believe, go to the Cursed Veil world or Sky world and get the things there. But there's a lot more of them here, and it's very easy because for some reason the devs, I don't know, the drop rate is just super high with these, and you do need 100, but you will have the fragments for this dragon in probably an hour, maybe even less. The next dragon is Nerari, and this dragon is very difficult to actually obtain because the way that you get this is by crafting light vaults, which requires the spoiled divinity, which this is time gated, so you know this is a time gated dragon, and the Stellar Souls and the Dragonite, which you know time gated, just hard to get, and chaos cores. And you do need 50 or 100. I think it's 100. Get the egg. Yeah, 100. And then once you get 100 fragments, you make the egg, and then you just craft the dragon. But the thing is, the dragon itself is 12 more to spoil divinity. So if, like, say that you got the egg and you have exactly like 0 despoiled divinity, I believe it takes you exactly a month to actually get 12 despoiled divinity, and that's if you do ultra. The next dragon is the Dark Vault Dragon, and there's not that much for me to add onto this dragon that hasn't been said already. The Dark Vault Dragon is very easy compared to the Light Vault Dragon to craft. It does still have the time-gated Diamond Dragonite and Spoiled Divinity, but you do only need Pentas and not the Radiant and Forged Souls, so it is a lot easier for newer people to actually craft it. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, those are the dragons currently up to date. I believe I did not miss any, but if I did, then oh well. I don't think I did. But yeah, I wanted to do this video because I do know some people are confused. Some people have actually asked me, where do you get this dragon and where do you get all of that? But yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too, you know, like it wasn't too bad. Hopefully it was easy enough to actually understand. And that's the video. So I'll see you guys next time.